Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to write a program to reverse the order of elements in a vector. Here I'm having a vector called numbers. It's of integer type. It has 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know about indexing in C++. They start from 0. So the first element index is 0, the second element is 1, and the last element is 4. Okay. First, I'm iterating through this vector to just print the original vector. So I'm having an iterating variable called num. It is going to iterate through the numbers vector, and it is going to, in each iteration, it is going to print the elements of the vector. Then I'm going to next line using the endl, and after that I'm going to reverse the vector here, and this part is not necessary because we're having the endl already. And then I'm showing this message, the reversed vector colon. And in order to show the reversed version of this vector, we are going to have a for loop. I'm having one iterating variable called I. It's of integer type, and it is equal to numbers.size. So the size of this vector minus 1, as long as I is larger than or equal to 0. This loop is going to continue, and in each iteration we are decrementing one value from I. And in each iteration I type down the name of the vector. We are printing out the index of that I. So here, for example, numbers.size, it is equal to 5. Okay. And we would like to have I starting from 4 as long as I is larger than or equal to 0, and in each iteration we're going to decrease the value of I. Okay, in each iteration decrease the value of I by 1 unit. Okay, this is how we're going to do. So we are not going to have starting from 0 until the last element of the vector to iterate through it. We are going to start from the last element and get to the first element. This is how we're going to reverse this vector. But why we are having the numbers size minus 1? Why? Because here in each iteration we are having the ith element of that vector being printed. Okay, so this is the index of that vector element. So for example, if we are having, for example, numbers 0, so the name of the vector and then index 0, we're going to have number 1. Okay, if we are having, for example, 1, we are going to print number 2, etc. until end, and the last element of this vector is going to take the index 4 because we are having 5 elements and we start from 0. Okay, so the last element of this vector is having index 4, which is equal to 5. But the thing here is that, so the size of this vector equals to 5. So 5 here, if we are having I equals to 5, in the first iteration we are going to ask for the numbers vector with the element of this numbers vector with the index 5, which does not exist here. We don't have the index 5. We are having only up until index 4. Therefore, it is going to return an error for us. This is why we need to have minus 1 when we are going to have a for loop to reverse a vector all the time, because in C++ we start the indexing from 0. This is why we are having the minus 1. And then, for example, here in the first iteration, we are going to print numbers and then index 4. In the next iteration, we are decreasing the I, so we are calling with the index 4, then index 2, then index 1, and finally index 0. Okay, So because it is going to continue as long as it is larger than or equal to 0. So in the first iteration, it is going to take 5 minus 1, I equals 4, therefore 5 minus 1. So it is going to print the last element of this vector, the fifth element, let's say, with the index 4 of this vector. So it is going to print 5 for us. Then when we go up, we are going to decrease the I value by 1 unit, and we are going to have I equals to 3. So then we are calling this vector and its element with the index 3. So index 3 is the fourth element, so we are going to the fourth element, but also it is equal to 4, and then it is going to call it, we are going to decrease the value of I one more round, so it is equal to 2. We are going to call the element of this numbers vector, which has the index 2, which equals to the third element, and in this case we are having it equal to be 3 as well. Then the index 1, then we're calling the element with index 1, and then finally with index 0. So this is how we are going to reverse a vector. Initially we printed out the original vector, and then in order to reverse it, is instead of iterating from the start until the end, we are iterating from the end until the start. Okay, this is why we're decreasing the element of the value of I, which is the iterating variable in each iteration. So we start with the last element, which is the size of the vector minus 1. We explained why. Then we are going to print, for example, the last element. Then we are going to decrease the I value by 1, then 1 to the last, and then another variable. We're going to get closer to the start of the vector in each iteration. So how do we reverse the vector? We're starting to iterate through it from the end until the start, instead of the typical version of iterating through a vector, which is going to start from the start until the end. So this is how we can do it in C++. Thank you for watching.